What's good? We are back. Yours truly, the one and only Paul Pickett Podcast. I'm your host, the one and only Paul Pickett, aka Triple P, aka the Common Sense Podcast. Your source for music, sports, politics, world events, and more. This is episode 112. So we're gonna keep it moving. Try to hit that 200 mark. Once we hit that 200 mark, we're gonna do another big press release. Get a write up and do a press release. Don't forget my podcast is sponsored by Promo Palettes LLC at promopalettes.biz. If you need online marketing promotions for your music, your product, your brand, and your service, please check out promopalettes.biz. Also, if you're a dog lover or cat lover, you like t-shirts, hoodies, or sweatshirts, please check out New Litter Apparel at newlitter.com. That's NEWLITTER.com. Also, for Shizzle, last but not least, I got to shout out DizzleBrand.com. Just add ice, Dizzle on ice. Step into the future. Do you Dizzle? I do. Got a bottle right over there. First thing first, let me pull up NBA. Last night was the All-Star game. And, of course, Team LeBron won again. And it's their pretty much his second, LeBron James, Team LeBron is pretty much undefeated. Durant didn't play this time because he was hurt. Pull up some of the box scores. For Team Durant, leading scorer was Joel Embiid, makes sense, 36. Trae Young had 13. Devin Booker had 20. Zach LaVine had 13. LaMelo Ball put up 18 points in an All-Star game and 17 by DeJounte Murray. And congratulations to LaMelo Ball being the first Charlotte Hornets to make an All-Star in a long time. And, I mean, it's only the second year in the league. Some people say that he shouldn't have won Rookie of the Year last year, but, man, LaMelo Ball did more for his team than Anthony Edwards when it came to the winning category. And he put up some really good numbers. All right, Team LeBron. We had 24 from LeBron, 30 from Giannis, 10 from Jokic, 10 from DeRozan, 50 from Curry. Curry basically did all he pretty much shot was threes. He shot 27 threes. He hit 16 of them jokers for 59.3%. And I guess he had 3 other shots he took, which is crazy. Jokic shot 80% from the field, 4 for 5. He didn't really get no scoring from nowhere else, really. Jared Allen and Darius Garland put up 10 and 13. But it was really LeBron, Giannis, and Steph Curry. I mean, that's a deadly team anyways. LeBron, Giannis, and Steph Curry. That's definitely, those 3 are better than any 3 on this other one. And what did John Morant do? John Morant only had 6 points in an All-Star game. That is crazy. He played, 7? He only played 17 minutes. Why is it some of these guys play 29 minutes and 30 minutes, man? They should have really evened it out across the board. I mean, because it is just an All-Star game. But let's talk about the All-Star. They need to do something with the dunk contest. Everybody's saying it's the worst dunk contest ever. And from what I've seen, it is. I'm not too savvy on the celebrity All-Star game. The Rising Stars Challenge, I mean, it's okay, but, maybe they could do some different things. 3-point contest, Karl Anthony Towns won. What's crazy is he literally said he was going to win, and he said he thought he was when he gets hot, that he's the best 3-point shooter out of everybody out there. I mean, he's the first big man to win. I don't know how many big men competed. Karl Anthony Towns' team should be doing a lot more if he's winning 3-point contests like that. They should be doing a lot more. Because they could literally, I mean, they got him and Anthony Edwards and D'Angelo Russell. They should be doing a lot more. A lot more. All right, let me get into a couple of these topics. First, let me talk about the Juwan Howard Michigan incident. Um, I saw some of the reactions. These things do happen every now and then in sports. Um, I know Chris Broussard said that Juwan Howard got mad at the coach for calling a timeout or something. And Chris Broussard said, as far as in defense of the coach that Juwan Howard got upset with, Juwan Howard doesn't dictate how he coaches his team. And it really got blown out of proportion. Like, even though I know people said, well, the guy put his hands on Juwan Howard. Man, we're not in the streets, man. When you're on a basketball court, you're not in the streets. Like, people got to understand that you got to take into account the setting that you're at too sometimes before you just start just swinging on people, and whatnot. First of all, when you're not only are y'all just on a basketball court, you're at work. Anytime you fight at work, that's a firing offense. Anytime you get in a fight with anybody at work, that is a firing offense. There's nothing you could do. You're fired on the spot if somebody wants to fire you because of that. Fighting at work is a firing offense. Automatically, just like that. So you got to take into account that you're fighting at work. It's a basketball game. You're supposed to be the coach and the leader. So show some kind of restraint. Just because somebody touched your chest. This kind of reminds me of like when Jeezy spazzing out on fans because because they touch him. It could be your world's greatest fan, and you want to spaz out on him. But Juwan Howard, he has a history of having a short temper. He didn't take into account the setting. You're at work. You're a basketball coach for a major university. I might have to say Juwan Howard was totally wrong on this. I mean, because somebody touching your chest, just, somebody doing this to you, just putting their hands on your chest, where do you automatically get that, swinging on them is the next step, I mean, that's not even fighting with fire with fire. That's worse. That's pouring rocket fuel on fire. I just think, like, some people be looking to fight for no reason, man. I hate to say it. Some people be looking to fight for no reason. And Juwan Howard so what? The coach touched your chest, and that's the thing. The guy he swung on wasn't even the coach that touched his chest. I just think, I know some people, everybody said that Juwan Howard should get fired, and maybe so. Maybe so, because it wasn't a full blown out fight. But if you were a regular employee and you swung on somebody at work, you'd be fired instantly. You'd be fired instantly. So it could be a firing offense. And some people said it should be suspended the whole year. I probably agree with that. Just because of the simple fact, I know Chris Broussard said he should be fired the whole year or suspended the whole year. I think Stephen A. might have said it too. I could be wrong. But I could agree with that because it is a firing offense. So if anything is a firing offense, if you get suspended for the whole year, you pretty much got a slap on the wrist because it's a firing offense. So that's really my take on the Juwan Howard thing. He's totally in the wrong because you're at work. You're supposed to be the leader of the team. Show some restraint. It ain't like they swung on you. If they ain't swing on you, why you got to swing on them? Just because somebody touched your chest or they touched your shoulder, stop it. All right, let me get into this. Enes Freedom kicked out of the NBA. How do I want to react to this? First of all, it's fucked up. It's fucked up that this guy is basically kicked out of the NBA and banned out of the NBA because of his political views or world views that he pretty much most of them were shared on social media and shared like on news outlets. I think he was on Fox and stuff like that. Now, for y'all don't know who Enes Freedom is, he used to be Enes Kanter. He changed his name from Enes Kanter to Enes Freedom. He's a former Turkish citizen, former Turkish basketball player that came to the NBA. He used to be a Turkish citizen. He's now an American citizen. He spoke up on what's going on in China with the, I think he called the Uyghurs. And basically that's why he's being kicked out of the NBA because NBA relies on China for a lot of money, apparently. So, it's just sets a bad precedent that, because this is the thing, like, there's never going to be any racial equality in the workplace if we're going to fire people over political views and world views. That's not equality. That's definitely not equality. That's just that's pretty much that's similar to just judging somebody from the skin color. You're judging them for their worldviews, so let's fire them. It doesn't bode well for racial equality in the workplace when you could get fired for a political statement or political view that you made outside of the workplace. This idea that I understand he's in the NBA, but he's not in. He doesn't. It's not like he's working for some corporate America company. Like this idea that you could tweet outside of your job and you could get fired. You could have a political view outside of your job and you could get fired. A worldview that doesn't bode well for racial equality in the workplace. Because that's going backwards now. That's not equality. So people only with specific views can only get jobs. That's like people saying only people with specific skin color could only get jobs. It's the same thing. It's discrimination. Discrimination is discrimination. It doesn't matter what's the motive behind the discrimination or who's doing the discrimination. Discrimination is discrimination. I see people who discriminate pit bulls all the time. And when I see a person who discriminates a pit bull, automatically just discriminates a pit bull, I automatically have to assume they discriminate people all the time. If you just automatically assume all pit bulls are mean or dangerous, and yes, all pit bulls could be dangerous. There's potential for pit bulls to be dangerous, but like how many deaths by a pit bull in America? There's more deaths by knives first and foremost, car wrecks first and foremost, and then guns. There's more deaths by car wrecks and knives than there is guns. And I guarantee death by pit bull is not a common thing whatsoever. Even if a pit bull attacks me, he'll get some bites in get some bites in, but I'm going to fuck his ass up. I don't care how big and bad the pit bull is. I'm going to fuck his ass up. I would choke a pit bull out with my bare hands. And if you don't know how to do it, then you're just not you're just not man enough to beat up a pit bull. I mean, pit bulls, yes, they can bite you, they can latch on you, but I will fuck a pit bull up in the long run. And I'm not scared of dogs, period. I'm not scared of no dogs, even vicious dogs that think they're, you know, think they're just gonna attack me and do whatever. They have weaknesses. They have a weak spot. You know what it's called? Food, treats. You know, that's the thing. You feed a dog, and 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be loyal. You feed a person, it's a 50-50 chance, man. It's a 50-50 thing. But yeah, it's a bad precedent, man. The Enes Freedom is getting kicked out of the NBA because of political views and whatnot. It's really unjust. It doesn't bode well for racial injustice in the workplace. Because if people can get fired for political views, then you best believe they can get fired for the skin color quick, like in a hurry. I mean, because it's discrimination across the board, any way you look at it. You know. All right, let me get into Zion. Zion Williamson. I saw a take that said Colin Cowherd did. It was a good take or let's debate with Chris Broussard. His take was Zion's career is done. He's a bust. He's pretty much 80% a bust. If Zion is not on the floor any time before the season is up, I'm going to say he's a bust. He just had another foot surgery. And I don't know how long, or he's supposed to have another foot surgery, or he did. I don't think he did. But how long is it going to take to heal? I mean, I had a foot surgery before. I got a screw in every toe of my foot when I got hit by a car. Now, I'm pretty sure he ain't going to have that. But I can tell you right now, I can't jump off my left foot whatsoever. I tried it yesterday, and I can't do it. I cannot jump off my left foot whatsoever. So, foot surgery for Zion, I don't know. That doesn't sound good. It sounds like it. I don't really want to call him a bust because he put up. Saying he's 80% a bust. That's the thing. Like, I don't want to call somebody a bust when injuries prohibit them. To me, a bust is when you're the number one pick, like Kwame Brown, and you ain't really that good, or what was it? That one dude, Anthony Bennett. You're the number one pick to the Cavs, and like Anthony Bennett, and you're just clearly not cut out to be in the NBA. You know, when you're a high pick, and you're just clearly not that good, like Adam Morrison. You know. Those are busts, but when injuries prohibit you, like Grant Hill wasn't a bust to me because Grant Hill doesn't get injured. Grant Hill has a great career. Tracy McGrady doesn't get hurt. He even has a even better career. You know, so injuries, I don't want to say they're a bust, but his career could be a bust. I mean, because he did put up 20-something, 25-8 last year. I mean, his second year in the league, I mean, he was literally like had the most efficient season ever. It's just sad to see this, man. Zion Williamson was supposed to be one of the most exciting players coming into the league. We can't have Zion Williamson not get right. If Zion Williamson doesn't get right, it's not going to be good for the league. We need Zion going forward with the Trae Youngs, the Lukas, the Giannis's, the Devin Bookers of the world, the Ja Morants of the world. You know, all these new cast, the characters coming up. We need him going forward. We need him. All right, I'm gonna get into this last topic of the day, and this is another bad precedent. We're gonna switch away from sports, and we're gonna go to Remington settles a lawsuit. Now, I will let you know I don't know all the facts of this case, but this is what I do know. It sets a bad precedent because apparently the guns in this Remington lawsuit. As a matter of fact, let me pull it up real quick so I can just give you all a little bit. All right, it's the Sandy Hook case. So Remington settles. Now, from what I know, and I could be wrong, Remington didn't directly sell the guns to somebody. Like a gun seller. So somebody buys some guns from somebody that gets guns from Remington, and somebody got killed with those guns, and people sued. This is a bad precedent because now, like, are we going to sue car manufacturers every single time somebody gets in a car wreck? Are we going to always blame it on the car, or are we going to not hold the driver accountable? Like, and not hold the shooter accountable, the person who actually did the shooting. Like, this idea, like, that I could sell something to somebody, like, say, like, I sold knives. I sell a knife to somebody, they go kill somebody, and I can get sued. That sets a bad precedent. So are we going to sue McDonald's for causing people to get a beast? Are we going to blame the people that eat Big Macs all day and supersized fries? Who do you blame? You blame McDonald's for people getting fat as fuck and being a beast? Or do you blame the fat fucks that stuff their face every day with freaking double quarter pounders with cheese and supersized fries and a large diet? Who do you blame? That's the thing. This sets a bad precedent. It really does. And I know that people are trying to go after the Second Amendment. I'm going to tell you right now. The government can take away the Second Amendment. It don't mean you're going to be able to take away people's guns. Because first of all, there's just as many illegal guns in America as there is legal guns, probably. I'm going to go out on a limb and say there's just as many illegal guns out there as legal guns. Actually, I'm going to go out on a limb and say there's more illegal guns than legal. That's what I'm going to go out on a limb and say. There's more illegal guns out there. So, if you make it where nobody can legally get guns, then guess what? You'll have all the people that illegally get guns still legally get guns. And guess what? People that were legally getting them and that can't legally get them no more because you made it illegal, they'll just go buy guns from all the people that got all the legal guns. People will still get guns. They still get illegal guns. Why are guns illegal? Why do you think they're not going to be able to get them when they're not illegal? Because you think they're just going to stop making guns altogether? Psh. Okay, but there'll still be enough guns going around for people to buy and sell. And just because they make them illegal in America, don't mean other countries won't have them legal and ship them over here. Then there'll just be a market on the illegal gun trade, a super big market. It'll just be like drugs. It'll be like, who knows, the cartel probably start pushing illegal guns through. Regardless, you ain't gonna be able to take away nobody's guns. Because you don't, who the hell are you to tell us we don't get to defend ourselves? When you're not gonna defend you're not gonna defend us. The US government is not gonna defend us. I can't, like, if somebody comes and tries to, break in my house and shoot me, Nobody's got time to wait for the cops to get here to do something about it. When your life is on the line, you got to either defend your life or you die like a coward. And I'm not about to die like a coward if my life is ever in jeopardy, ever on the line. If somebody pulls a gun on me and I got a gun, I'm gonna pull my gun out and shoot before they shoot me. Now, if they pull a gun on me and I ain't got no gun, I mean, unless I really know that they're gonna, unless I really know, man, I got something by. Unless I really know that they're gonna, dang, really know that they're gonna, shoot me. I'm not gonna do nothing about it. But damn, something in my eye. So, yep, it sets a bad precedent. It really does. Uh, we can't have people like suing the seller just because the buyer does something they shouldn't do with it, you know. But all right, we're gonna have to end this podcast. Got something in my eye. I gotta go splash water in my eye, apparently. Once again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. This is episode 112. Don't forget, video version goes to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Rumble, and we stream live on TikTok. And then the audio version goes to Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Deezer, TuneIn, Slacker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Player FM, and much more. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. And I'm going to try to keep these other an hour long because I had it an hour and 50 yesterday and I couldn't stream it on Twitter because StreamYard wouldn't let me. But peace, and I'm out.